Welcome to Xbox with Morrpix. I'm your host Morrpix, and this is your place for curated, quality, positive, and enthusiastic Xbox coverage. This show will release weekly in video form on YouTube.com and Morrpix.com, and in audio form on podcast platforms. If you love Xbox, then this show is for you. On this show, we're going to talk about Halo Infinite, The Outer Worlds, Grounded, news, and more. So let's jump right into it. First story of the week. Over on IGN with Josh Dew, the top 5 Xbox games from the Xbox Game Showcase as voted on by the fans is number 5, Forza Motorsport with 28,000 votes. Number 4, State of Decay 3 with 31,000 votes. Number 3 is Avowed with 38,000 votes. Number 2 is Fable with 80,000 votes. And number 1 is Halo with 194,000 votes. This is pretty much my top 5 that I had last week on episode 1, just in different order, so I totally agree with it. And as you can tell, I'm hardcore Xbox over here, so it's nice to see that everyone got it right. On to the next story. Over on IGN Daily Fix with Sydney Goodman, Halo Infinite multiplayer will be free and run at 120 frames per second. This was confirmed later on the Halo Twitter account. And a quick side note for multiplayer, the grappling hook will be available in multiplayer as a power-up. Now, she wasn't too happy about that prospect of the power-up grappling hook, but I'm all for it, See somebody I'm playing against, use a grapple hook, bring them over, bow, just get them, So that was good. Also on Daily Fix, 343 spoke out about the Halo criticism. Per community manager John Jasinic, due to 343's learning from Halo 4, 5, and Halo Wars 2, along with community feedback, Halo Infinite is going back to the legacy aesthetic of the original trilogy. It may not be for everyone's personal preference, but we stick to the decision and we're happy it resonates with so many fans. Per the earlier poll, 194,000 fans voted that as the thing that they're most excited for. And personally, I just think it's a little hypocritical for media and fans when Xbox One X was saying, hey, we're the most powerful console, and everyone's like, well, graphics aren't everything. And then now the thing that they're trying to latch onto for an aesthetic choice, which I still think Halo Infinite looks great in 4K. I was very impressed, check episode 1 for my thing. But, they're latching on to graphics like, oh my goodness, the graphics are so terrible. So it's like, make up your mind. Are graphics nothing or graphics everything? Like, make up your mind. Anyway, Team Xbox over here, Team Halo, give it to me. Me, Pyrotechnics Relief. We're going to run on co-op and we're going to get it done. Play some multiplayer with Gold to Dawn and, Sammy 412 and Maya 412 and Z Baby 412 as soon as she gets her Series X also. Anyway, moving on. Over on Xbox Wire, Journey to a Mysterious Asteroid in the Outer Worlds, Peril on Gorgon expansion by Mike Dowling, Director of Communications for Obsidian Entertainment. Quote, now I'd absolutely love to tell you about our second expansion, Murder on Eridanos, but the board has kindly asked me to focus on Peril on Gorgon for now. The only thing they did give me approval to discuss is the Outer Worlds expansion pass, which includes both story expansions bundled at a discount. Now, I'm all for it because I'm going to get both expansions because Outer Worlds is, it got me, man. It's one of my favorite games right now, and I can't wait till they announce Outer Worlds 2, but hopefully that comes after Avowed because Avowed is what I want right now. Give me Halo, Fable, Avowed, Forza, State of Decay 3. Give me those now. But I'm happy to see that they're doing an expansion pass for both, so you get both cheaper. I think they're $15 a piece or $25 for both, which is cool. And then they're also raising the level cap to level 33. So if you're already capped out on Outer Worlds, you get some extra room to go up a little bit. Get even more devastating for the expansions. Also about the Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon, it's coming September 9th. And the Murder on Eridanos is coming next year. And yes, the expansion passes are $15 a piece or $25 for both. And those who play the Outer Worlds on Xbox Game Pass, you'll be able to grab each of these or the expansion pass for an extra 10% off. And one last thing, the Outer Worlds and both expansions will be optimized for Xbox Series X, so that's even better. Give me some more Xbox Series X enhanced games and optimized games, and I'm all for it, man. I can't wait for the Series X. We get a release date and a price. That'd be the next step. Now, moving on. Over on Xbox Wire, Grounded takes giant steps. Join the community of over 1 million players on Xbox Game Preview and Steam Early Access. This story is by Adam Brennicki, game director over on Grounded. But let's just, start with the fact that 1 million people have already jumped into Grounded since Tuesday. So that's crazy. In the first 2 days, actually, in the first 2 days of availability, we've had over 1 million players. Starting August 27th, we will begin our monthly delivery of game updates. So I'm very excited for Grounded. After I record this later in the day, me and the family are all going to play Grounded, me, the wife, and the 2 kids. So to see that they're going to be supporting it with monthly updates is awesome. So every month we jump in, it'll be something new to experience that we didn't experience the previous month, and it's just going to continue to get polished and build and build and build until its final 1.0 release. So good work over at the 1 million. Xbox doesn't have games. Anyway, in a separate article of Xbox Wire, exploring Grounded's arachnophobia mode by Mike Dowling, Obsidian Entertainment's director of communications, quote, some of these dangers include an array of hostile spiders which present a regular threat to survive in the backyard. However, the team behind Grounded considered that some players might have a potential fear of spiders and experience a negative reaction to their experience or to their appearance in the game. So Obsidian worked closely with the Xbox research team to explore what triggers arachnophobia. During their study, fear and disgust increased across all respondent groups as spider textures, number of eyes, and audio effects were added. The findings from Xbox research helped determine the best form for spiders to take in the game, while also deciding how to vary their appearance depending on the severity of the phobia. This resulted in the game's arachnophobia mode, where players can alter the appearance of spiders and limit their audio effects, helping to make the game more accessible for everyone. Now, there's trailers up on Obsidian's YouTube channel showing you the different forms that the spider can take. The spider can it can have 8 eyes but no legs. It can have no legs but 8 eyes. It can have 2 eyes, no legs. It can have no textures. It can make no sounds. It's crazy, but if it's going to let more people play it, I think it's smart. A little bit about me. I hate spiders, but I love Spider-Man. Don't ask me questions. That's just what it is. So to see that this accessibility option for arachnophobia is in here is kind of funny and kind of inventive and very smart. So that's all good. Let's see. In the 4th developer vlog, Tools to Survive, social media manager Shyla Schofield explains in your inventory, if an item has a red dot, it means you haven't analyzed this item before. This is how you discover new crafting recipes. If you need to craft something to craft another item, you can craft the needed item while on the menu for the desired item, which is very cool. So instead of saying, hey, you need this woven fiber, and then I got to go to a different thing to craft the woven fiber to go back, I can just craft the woven fiber right from where I am, which, makes a lot of sense. In the crafting menu, the categories are separated into 3 colors. Orange are tools and weapons and armor, blue is building specific items, and green are resources. So, give you just a quick glance. If you see something that's green, okay, those are my resources. I need my weapon right now because this big spider is, chomping on my legs. So, just make anything quick and easy. I like it a lot. Individual armor pieces may provide an attribute or 2, whereas an entire set can provide a side effect. An example, if you wear the clover armor pieces, your character remains fuller longer, but if you wear the whole set, the character stays quenched longer as well. So I seen that, I was like, what is this? The Division 2? This is Destiny? We got perks on armors now? But I'm all for it, even more complexity and deepness for you to min-max your character build, and your stuff that you're wearing. Grounded is available now on Xbox Game Preview with Xbox Game Pass and Steam Early Access for $29.99 if you don't have Game Pass. So definitely, like I said, we're about to jump into it after I get done recording this and maybe watching a movie. I don't know which movie yet, but moving on. Sea of Thieves Ashen Winds update. The 4 main enemies for this update have the ability to deploy an ash cloud, use fire breath, and rain down fireballs from the sky. You can turn in their skulls for a lot of money or use it as a flamethrower. The more you use it, the less it's worth. Defeating the Ashen Lords unlocks tattoos and the Ashen Wind skull sails for your ship. Watch the trailer now at morrpix.com. In other news on Xbox Wire, Battletoads incoming. Anarchic Amphibians arrive August 20th with Xbox Game Pass by Adam Park, head of brand and licensing at Rare. Battletoads will be available on August 20th for Xbox Game Pass members to download and play on Xbox One and Windows 10, and will also be available to buy on Xbox One and Windows 10 and Steam the same day. Game Pass pre-installation on console or PC will be available soon, so you're ready to play on day one. The tenacity and split-second reflexes required to beat the original Battletoads have given it a fearsome reputation among fans. Dalalas, which is the studio that's actually developing the game, Rare's not developing this as they're doing Sea of Thieves and Everwild, so they let somebody else develop it. Dalala's new approach focuses on maintaining this mayhem while ensuring you have enough options to play at your own pace. That includes bringing in some buddies for couch co-op, which is always welcome, which allows up to 3 players to drop in and out at will, along with difficulty settings designed to suit everyone from a tadpole to Battletoad. Just like before, you'll be faced with hugely varied challenges as you play, including new vehicle sections and even some puzzle solving this time around. Battletoad's irreverent sense of humor pays homage to the stylish, self-aware cartoons of the late 90s, with a new game opting for a distinctive hand-animated style to capture the exaggerated morph attacks and comic timing of the Toads. A cartoon also needs gags, which is why the game's wild story, penned by award-winning writers, unfolds in several fully animated sequences featuring professional voice talent. You can watch the trailer now at morrpix.com. I was in a group on Facebook, and someone, they didn't like the style of the game. You know, everyone's not going to like everything. The next comment was someone who loved the style of the game, and he likened it to a Saturday morning cartoon, which reminded him of sleepovers and pizza in the morning and spending time with his friends. And I was like, yeah, I could totally see the Saturday morning cartoon angle of it, and I'm actually interested in it. Like, at first, didn't know what to make of the art style myself, but after watching the trailer actually made me chuckle a couple times. So I'll be jumping into Battletoads this month. Might stream it over at Morrpix Plays on youtube.com/Morrpix. But yeah, like I said last week, I'm offered varied stuff. Like, everything doesn't need to be dark and gritty. So I have my Halo coming, I have my Hellblade coming, I have Battletoads, Sea of Thieves, Everwild, all that good stuff. But moving on to the next story. Over on IGN with Akeem Lewanson, Gabe Newell, president of Valve, and they make VR headsets and Half-Life and Left 4 Dead and Portal, and Steam. He was asked which console was better, and he plainly said, the Xbox. The interviewers asked why. He responded, because it is. The audience laughed, and he continued, I don't have a stake in the race. Obviously, Valve does most of our development on PC, but of the two, I would definitely go with an Xbox. So, Team Xbox for the win from one of the most respected heads of companies as far as video gaming goes. Like, when you think of PC gaming, what do you think of? You think of Windows and you think of Steam. So if he's asked what he thinks and he's saying that, the Xbox is better, then maybe people should listen, but not going to convince people who already don't believe it. So I believe it. I know I'm right. Moving on. Over on IGN Daily Fix with Sydney Goodman, Phil Spencer was asked about backwards compatibility, and he said that we should be getting some news about that in August. Now, could he be hinting that we're going to get an event in August also? And could this be the event where the Xbox Series S is unveiled? Which, if you don't know, the Xbox Series S is less powerful than the Series X, more powerful than the Xbox One, so it'll be cheaper than the Series X. Hopefully we get a price and release date on both models, but something to note is that they discontinued manufacturing of the Xbox One X. They still make the Xbox One S. So my thought is maybe they're going to run the One S at $200, the Series S at $350, and the Series X at $500. So you're going to have all these different options for you to choose from. So if you don't care about the power and you just want the games, you have the One S or the Series S. If you want the power, you want the best of the best like me, then Series X all day. But having different options for people to choose from what they want makes a whole lot of sense, and I'm here for it. In the next story, over on IGN with Jonathan Dornbush, Marvel's Avengers. It will introduce locations as post-launch content for free, from dense forests to sprawling cities. Each space is designed for all characters to utilize their specific skill set. So if I'm playing as Iron Man or Thor, I have room to fly. If I'm playing as the Hulk, I can jump around and smash stuff. If I'm playing as Kamala Khan or Black Widow or the newly announced Hawkeye, we'll get to that in a second, then I have different ways to traverse, and I can do that also. So I'm here for it. Level design is something that's so important that you don't think about it unless they get it wrong. Then you notice it a lot. In a separate video on Marvel's Avengers Beta Deep Dive, we learned that we can play the entire Golden Gate Bridge demo, which is 25 minutes long, which ends with a Taskmaster boss battle. Single-player hero missions and 5 single-player co-op war zones are also available in the beta. There's also a battle with the Hulk villain Abomination. There are also 3 harm rooms. Harm stands for holographic augmented reality machine rooms. So it's a training room where you can learn how to use the 4 heroes. Iron Man, Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Black Widow will be the heroes that you can use in the beta. So no Captain America, no Thor. Missions can take from 10 minutes to 2 hours. Drop zones allow you to play for 1 or 2 objectives. You can get in and get out. During drop zones, you can earn gear and level heroes. Each hero has 3 skill pages that use skill points to upgrade. In the beta, you can also try the Hulk Buster as Iron Man's ultimate, which is pretty cool. And in total, there are 20 single-player and co-op missions. Now, personally, I'm not going to jump into the beta. I want to jump into the version 1 game with nothing spoiled. I just want to experience it then. So I'm going to pass on the beta, but if you guys jump into the beta, let me know what you think in the comments. Or email sam@morrpix.com. In a separate video, Hawkeye has been announced as a playable character. It's unclear when we'll be able to start using him, but he's on the way. Now, if they could just fast-track Spider-Man as a character, we're golden. You can watch the trailer now for the Hawkeye reveal at morrpix.com. MORRPIX. Moving on to the next story. Over on Xbox Wire, Dirt 5 Codemasters art team reveals details on stunning racing locations by Chris Groves, social and community manager for Dirt 5. Our extreme racing events take place across 10 brand new locations, taking iconic locations and landmarks and turning them into vibrant, thrilling destinations for over 70 race routes. Prepare to let loose in Brazil, Norway, Greece, China, Nepal, Morocco, Italy, Nepal. Did I say Nepal again? They put Nepal in there twice. That wasn't me. I swear I just copied this and I'm reading it, so it wasn't me. Arizona and Roosevelt Island. Now, the one thing that all of those places make me think of is the fact that I can't travel, but that's neither here nor there. Travel in 2021. I like the variation of all the places. We talk about Brazil and Norway and Greece, China. So we got Asia, South America, Europe, Africa, United States. So variety is always king when it comes to games like this as far as the locations go. So senior principal technical artist Andrew Seymour from the offset, the goal was to create a system where as much as possible was dynamic. For example, as storms draw in, rain starts to fill in the ruts made by the tires in the dirt tracks, forming puddles. The puddles grow deeper and more expansive, soaking the dirt, turning it into mud. We try to add as much detail as we can realistically imagine. Ripples can be seen as raindrops hit the puddles and are perturbed as vehicles race through them. All the weather types are interconnected. So if snow was now to fall, it would start to fill the puddles, turning them to slush. The snow collects in crevices and sticks to the sides of cold surfaces. Now that's a level of detail that, just thinking about that back in the day playing racing games, like playing Forza Motorsport 1, it's just like, that level of detail when we're talking about puddles and ripples and mud turning into slush and all that. That's crazy, but I'm here for it. More power is always better. Also, Amrish Wadaker, I'm so sorry if I messed up your name. The speed, graphical performance, and storage that the next generation of consoles bring means we can not only have higher resolutions and detail in the environments and vehicles, but also dial up the particles and weather effects to create a blockbuster experience. Dirt 5 is now available for pre-order. Dirt 5 launches on Xbox One October 9th and later this year on Xbox Series X. Thanks to Smart Delivery, you'll get the next-gen optimized version for the Xbox Series X at no additional cost. I am all about Smart Delivery. I'm all about Xbox Series X optimization. I'm all about backwards compatible. Team Xbox for the win. And in our last news story of the week, over on Xbox Wire, Xbox Insider release notes for a beta. This is by John, the Xbox Program Manager. Wasn't no last name. I think it's not real. I think it's just like a stage writing name, basically. Anyway, New features and experiences that they're testing out now that we should be able to experience and play with later. They include, for parties, you can now control the individual volume levels of other people in our party. In the party menu, just select their name and press right or left to change their volume. In settings, a new simplified setting is available in devices and connections, remote features. Remote features allow you to connect to your Xbox anytime from your mobile device to install new games, play games from your console using Xbox Remote Play, or turn on and control your console. Console streaming will now be referred to as Xbox Remote Play. You will start to see this name change reflected in various experiences on console and mobile in the coming weeks. So that is laying the foundation for xCloud for you to be able to play your games that you actually purchase from your console over the internet to your phone or tablet. xCloud, Xbox, for the win. Anyway, that's going to do it for the news for this week. And in the next segment, we're going to talk about the new releases. And now it's time for the new releases. We're going to start with Destroy All Humans. The cult classic returns, terrorize the people of 1950s Earth in the role of evil alien Crypto 137. Harvest their DNA and bring down the US government in the faithful remake of the legendary Alien Invasion action adventure. Annihilate puny humans using an assortment of alien weaponry and psychic abilities. Reduce their cities to rubble with your flying saucer. One giant step on mankind. Releasing for $39.99 and is available now. Skater XL is now available for Xbox One. Skater XL is the evolution of skateboarding gameplay. With its independent foot control system and unique physics-based gameplay, skate gamers finally have the expressive controls they have always dreamed of. Dive into skateboarding paradise with levels that feature famous skate landmarks and environmental elements including downtown LA, the ginormous, the big ramp, Easy Day High School, and community-created maps like Grant Park, Hoodland in the Streets. It is available now for $39.99. Hellpoint is now available for Xbox One. Hellpoint is a dark and challenging action RPG set in a heavily atmospheric sci-fi universe where the line between science and occultism is blurred. Once a pinnacle of human achievement, the Irid Novo space station has fallen. Its ruins are now overrun by cruel interdimensional entities acting as puppets of the malevolent cosmic gods. You have been created by the author, organically printed in Irid Novo, and sent on a mission to find out the unholy series of events that led to the catastrophic incident known as the Merge. That is now available for $34.99. And next we have Other Side. Other Side is now available for Xbox One. As humanity's last hope, lead your army to combat in the intricate dance of spectacular actions encounters. Using an original dynamic timeline system and face fearsome bosses in epic battles. Lead, evolve, and sacrifice your army of daughters. Again, I would never sacrifice my daughter. Outsmart nightmarish creatures in a stunning tactical RPG. Endless combat possibilities with dynamic timeline system, a deep, complex narrative. That is now available for $39.99. Now it's time for the new game updates. One game update we have this week is for Red Dead Online. It's called The Naturalist. You can support a famed conservationalist or a big game hunter. This pack includes new weapons, clothes, an advanced camera, and more. So that's available to play right now. Coming out on Xbox between August 4th and August 7th, we have Relicta on August 4th. I think that's how you say it. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. A first-person physics-based puzzle game where you need to creatively combine magnetism and gravity to unravel the secrets of Chandra base. As a top physicist, stranded on an eerie derelict moon base, navigate through terraformed craters by bending gravity and magnetism to your will in order to solve puzzles. So that will be out on August 4th. Looks a little interesting. Fast and Furious Crossroads will release on August 7th, which is surprising because the last trailer I seen was kind of rough around the edges, but looked like it could have some fun gameplay. But the last trailer I just seen looks to have cleaned up things a little bit. It's kind of like the Avengers was a little, the frame rate wasn't stable, but the last one, Avengers looks really good. But anyway, Fast and Furious Crossroads, August 7th. Gear up for high-stakes cinematic action in a new chapter in the Fast and Furious saga. As you join the family to hunt down an international crime syndicate and pump the brakes on their plans. I see what you did there. They then play online with your friends and create your own crew for revolutionary multiplayer action and spectacular mayhem. I didn't know it was going to have a multiplayer, so I'm going to be interested to see what the multiplayer is going to be for this game. But yeah, Fast and Furious Crossroads coming August 7th. Now, for games coming in the whole month of August 2020, I'm not going to go into details with these ones, but I will say that Sea of Thieves is having a time-limited event August 4th. Sea of Thieves obviously made by Rare and Xbox Game Studio. There's no real details about what the game event is. It's supposed to be a really nice reward, so I guess we'll see more about what the event is tomorrow? Monday, August 3rd? I don't know. Or maybe it'll just release it and we'll see then. UFC 4 will be available on August 14th. Flight Simulator by Asobo Studios and Xbox Game Studios will be available on August 18th. Remnant from the Ashes, Subject 2923, will be available on August 20th, and that is DLC for the game Remnant from the Ashes, which is in Game Pass. PGA Tour 2K21 will be available August 21st. Madden NFL will be available August 25th, and this time last year I was playing Madden, so I'm kind of mad I got to wait extra 3 years, but obviously I understand. I just need sports. I need sports, but I also want people to be safe. That's another conversation. Anyway, Tell Me Why will release on August 27th. That's by Don't Nod Entertainment Xbox Game Studios. So this is a second party exclusive. And you can pre-install that now so you can play on day one. Chapter 1 will be available August 27th. Chapter 2 week after that. Chapter 3 week after that. And then Wasteland 3 will be available August 28th by NXL Entertainment and Xbox Game Studios. And I can't wait for it. Like I said last time, project. Wasteland 2 is hard, but addicting. Hard and addicting. And then Project Cars 3 will release on August 28th. And that is it for the games coming out August 2020 that we know of right now. Because like I said, Battletoads is coming out August 20th, which I didn't put on this list because I already talked about it. I got it. But we'll see what other surprise announcements we get with Gamescom coming up and another Xbox event. Now available for pre-order is Peaky Blinders Mastermind. It's now available for digital pre-order and pre-download on Xbox One. Peaky Blinders Mastermind is a puzzle adventure game based on the multi-award-winning BBC and Netflix TV show. Welcome to Birmingham. During the aftermath of the Great War, set right before the events of season 1, Peaky Blinders Mastermind lets you join the Shelby family's criminal gang, follow the rise of Tommy as he successfully uncovers a sinister plot to put the family out of business, proving himself worthy of being the true mastermind of the Peaky Blinders. It'll be available. It's available for $19.99 now before it releases. It'll be $24.99 when it releases. So if you're interested, pre-order it and save $5. And then also, current gaming events that we have going on right now. Rocket Arena Season 1 starts now, with more on Rocket Arena in a second. PUBG Season 8 starts now. Apex Legends Season 5 ends August 4th, so tomorrow by the time you're listening to the original date this launches. And the Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited Somerset Celebration ends August 4th. Again, with the long titles, it's too much. Cut it out. But anyway, those are the current gaming events, and in the next segment, we're going to talk about games with gold and more. Now it's on to subscription stuff. So we're going to start with games with gold. Portal Knights is available now from August 1st to August 31st on Xbox One. Forge your character, craft epic weapons, and vanquish your enemies in this 3D action sandbox RPG. You and your party are the only hope for a world torn apart and terrorized by the Hollow King. Level up your hero as you explore dozens of randomly generated islands, create amazing structures, and interact with the colorful inhabitants of the land in a quest to become the ultimate Portal Knight. Again, that's available August 1st through August 31st on Xbox One. Overrad Mech City Brawl. High-octane mech battles are delivered in a city-crushing ballad of destruction. Experience a blockbuster full-length campaign, a myriad of local and online multiplayer modes, and a cast of 12 gigantic mechs to pilot, each customizable and with their own special abilities. Tower over your opponents and lay to waste everyone in environments inspired by real-life locations to become the top mech pilot. No gears, no glory. Available August 16th through September 15th on Xbox One. MX Unleashed. Replay a fantastically addicting freestyle motorcycle game from the classic Xbox era. Perform stunts and tricks on huge, dangerous tracks to unlock amazing game secrets across a large variety of freestyle and supercross venues. Featuring enormous sandbox environments, this motocross game is one big off-road playground. Available August 1st to the 15th on Xbox One and Xbox 360. Red Faction 2. Fight to overthrow a corrupt dictator and government in this classic first-person shooter. It has been 5 years since the rebellion on Mars began and the oppressed people of the Commonwealth are rising up. Lead a squad of unique super soldiers, each with their own specialized methods of destruction ranging from demolitions to gunships, to topple the crooked government and restore peace to the land. Available August 16th through the 31st on Xbox One and Xbox 360. And don't forget, Dunk Lords is also available until August 15th. Dunk Lords is a 2-on-1 basketball beat-em-up featuring over-the-top special moves, devastating dunks, and game-changing equipment. And that is your Games with Gold for August. Game Pass additions and subtractions. Added was Yakuza Kiwami 2. It's now available for Xbox One and Windows 10. 1 year after the 10 billion yen incident, that's a lot of yen, Kazuma Kiryu begins to build a peaceful life with Haruka Sawamura. Tearing him away, an assassination threatens to erupt in an all-out war between the Tojo clan and the Omi alliance. Kiryu, the Dragon of Dojima, must travel to Osaka in an attempt to broker peace between the rival clans, but Ryuji Goda, known as the Dragon of Kansi, will stop at nothing to get his war. In this world, there can only be one dragon. Khaleesi disagrees. That's available for $19.99 if you don't have Game Pass. Also added to Game Pass was F1 2019, Grounded, as we discussed prior, Nowhere Prophet, and The Taurus. Leaving Game Pass will be Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Come Deliverance, which I need to check out before it leaves, and Yoku's Island Express. And then also, for you to pre-install on Game Pass, Dragon Quest XI S, Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. Again, with the long titles. But that is your Game Pass additions and subtractions. Surprise EA Access Edition, Rocket Arena. The game just came out like July 12th, and it's already in EA Access. I was just like, what? That's in there already? I'll take it. Free games. Well, not free. Subscribe games. Rockets rule everything in Rocket Arena, an explosive 3v3 shooter where you're never out of the action. Master your heroes' unique rockets and abilities to rule their arena and become a champion. Try out an ever-growing roster of fantastic heroes with distinctive powers. Unearth new strategies and tactics based on your squad, explore a wide variety of dynamic maps, and discover the true depth of Rocket gameplay. Ready to be blown away? It is, original price was $29.99. Its current price is $5.99 until August 10th. So if you're not in Game Pass, you still can get this for like 80% off. But if you're not Game Pass, but EA Access, if you're in EA Access, you probably already have it. So just go check it out. And then deals of the week, which this is going up Monday, August 3rd. So this is your last day to get these deals. You can save 80% on For Honor Standard Edition. Enter the Chaos War as a bold knight, brutal Viking, or deadly samurai. Wield your weapon like never before with an innovative art and battle combat system that puts you in control of your warrior. Fight in brutal, fast-paced melee combat across the single-player story mode and groundbreaking multiplayer mode. This goes from $30 to $6. So 30 to 6 if you're interested in For Honor. And I think it's in Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, check there first. But if you don't have Game Pass, $6, man. Save 80% on State of Mind, which is actually one I'm looking into. I'm probably going to buy that when I get off of recording this. When mind and machine become one, what will remain of humanity? State of Mind is a futuristic thriller game delving into transhumanism. The game explores themes of separation, disjuncture, and reunification in a world that is torn between the dystopian material reality and the utopian virtual future. This goes from $40 to $8. So if that sounds interesting to you, you like the artwork, give it a shot. And then save 75% on The Walking Dead Season 2. Again, Clementine, you haven't lived. The sequel to 2012's Game of the Year continues the story of Clementine, a young girl orphaned by the undead apocalypse. Left to fend for herself, she has been forced to learn how to survive in an unforgiving world, experience what it's like to play as Clementine, meet new survivors, explore new locations, and make gruesome decisions in this 5-part game series of choice and consequence. Goes from $15 to $3.74. Pay $3.74 so you live. And then also, Summer Spotlight Week 2 features the before mentioned Yakuza Kiwami 2, Destroy All Humans, Made of Scare, which is a horror game, Skater XL. If you spend $50, you get a $5 gift card and 5,000 Microsoft points. Ultimate members get a $10 gift card. Summer Spotlight runs through August 31st. So please leave your questions, comment, and feedback in the comments. Whether you're watching this on YouTube, leave it on morrpix.com, the podcast that you're listening to, or you can email it to sam@morrpix.com. I look forward to answering any questions or responding to any comments. And we're going to go into the next part, which is This Week in Xbox History. On July 29th, 2015, King's Quest came out, which is a hand-drawn animated game that was a reboot of an older game from the 80s. I think it was made by Sierra in the 80s. And the game was gorgeous, and I loved the time I had with it. Got to the second episode, and I killed everybody, and I couldn't deal with it, so I had to go back and restart episode 2 so nobody dies. And then I'll finish this game. But yeah, it's been out for 5 years. It's crazy. Also, on August 1st, 2017, Slime Rancher came out. We got it for Games with Gold, and I remember watching it at first, or looking at the trailer, and I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I played it, me and my wife got really into Slime Rancher. Don't judge me, I like a variety of games. This is a theme here. On August 2nd, 2016, Abzu came out, which, if you played Journey on PlayStation, this is the underwater version of that made by a different company. But it still looks amazing, it still looks very interesting. And I forgot that came out 4 years ago, so I kind of got to jump into that finally. And then Tacoma came out August 2nd, 2017. So Tacoma is a first-person narrative story made from the people who made Gone Home. And it came to Xbox first. You're on a derelict space station, and you're trying to figure out what happened to this crew of people. Yeah, I gotta finish that. I like what I played. It's too many games. I got a problem. And then Batman, the Telltale series, came out August 2nd, 2016. So 4 years ago, which it doesn't seem like that because I love this game. I've played this game twice. If you haven't played Batman, the Telltale series, do yourself a favor and play Season 1 and Season 2. They're really, really good, and I like what they did to the established Batman villains and characters. They changed them up enough that made it fresh. And so that is This Week in Xbox History. A little bit about what I'm playing right now. Like, I played Halo Wars. I was jumping back into that. I want to get through Halo Wars 2 to play against the Banished before I play Halo Infinite. And then I've been just rolling in Rocket League. I think last week I said I was level 230. I'm actually level 253. I don't know where the 23 levels came from, but that's just how good I am. Challenge me if you don't think I'm good. And that is for what I'm playing. I just played those 2 games this week. I'm jumping in Grounded after this again. And then a personal update. I have finished outlining Act 5 for Book 3 of my sci-fi trilogy that I'm releasing in 2021. The closer I get to release, as far as getting covers and it edited and all that, I'll keep you guys up to date. And then also Morrpix Plays is probably going to come back. I might actually record Grounded today and then put up Morrpix Plays Grounded next week. We'll see. I'll let you. Well, you'll see it or you'll hear about it if I do. So that's it from a personal update. And then you can find me at morrpix.com, Morrpix. You can find me at youtube.com/Morrpix. You can find me at Instagram or Twitter at smorrismedia. Let me give a couple shout outs to people. Let's start with a shout out to Maya412. It's my daughter. Sammy412 is my son. Coco Teeny, my wife. Gold the Dawn, it's my brother. Z-Baby412, my favorite sister. And Power Tax Relief was one of my best friends. And we're going to give a shout out to Facebook groups, Xbox Community, and specifically the owner Alex Boyland and admin Tiffany Smith. They were very, very helpful and very, very nice and interested in what I was doing. So shout out to Xbox Community over at Facebook groups. If you're looking for a group that's passionate about Xbox, it's like 54,000 people in there. So go in there. I'm sure you'll find someone that you can relate to. And then let me give a shout out to all the countries that listened to or watched the first episode. So that includes the United States, Argentina, Brazil, France, India, Mexico, and the United Kingdom. So thanks everybody for watching around the world that watched. If you like this episode, please like, subscribe, or share this podcast with someone who would also enjoy it. And like I said, please email comments, questions, suggestions, feedback to sam@morrpix.com. That'll do it for this episode. Thank you for checking out Xbox with Morrpix. If you enjoyed it, please tell someone who would also enjoy it. I just said that. I need to take that second one out. Check out the top gaming and movie trailers of the week and more at morrpix.com. And until next time, be happy, be safe, and peace out.